We are going to talk about carbohydrates or carbs, fats, and proteins. Students will identify the types of carbohydrates and fats as well as the common sources of protein and all of their benefits. Free warm-up. Which would you rather eat and why? 2 slices of cheese pizza or 1 slice of cheese pizza, 1 small salad, an apple, and an orange. Go ahead and pause this video and then continue once you have answered the question. Now, just so you all know, 2 slices of pizza equals 750 calories, 375 per slice, while option B was 1 slice of pizza was 375 calories, the salad was 180, apple was 110, orange was 85, and all of those from option B total to 750 calories. So the calories are numerically the same, but remember, not all calories are the same calories. Let's first talk about carbohydrates, or fats, as you may know them. Carbohydrates supply energy for your body's functions. They work in the same way as calories. There are 2 types of carbohydrates: simple carbs and complex carbs. Picture you see on the left-hand side is that of a simple carb, while the picture on the right-hand side is that of a complex carb. Now let's first talk about simple carbs. Essentially, anything that is a sugar is considered a simple carb. They are found naturally in fruits, vegetables, and milk. Glucose is the most important sugar and provider of energy. And as you learned from the Fed Up documentary, simple carbs, which are naturally found in fruits and vegetables as well as milk, are the types of carbs / sugars that we want to have in our body. Remember, that means that we stay away from those processed sugars, which is basically any other food that is manufactured. Now, complex carbs. These, as you saw in the earlier image from the first slide, are a bunch of simple carbs chained together, linked together chemically, creating the long chain that you saw at the beginning. So they're made up of multiple sugars linked together. Now, starches are the main type of complex carb, and most of the time they're found in plant foods like potatoes and grains. Even though you see down here bananas, okay, they tend to lean more towards the complex carb rather than the simple carb. You also have pastas, you have corn, potatoes, your wheat, breads, pretzels, and also too, even though dried fruit is derived from fruit, the process of drying fruit turns it from a simple to a complex carb. Now, for your first quick write, what are the 2 main types of carbohydrates? Go ahead and use this sentence starter that I have down here. Pause the video so that you may answer and then continue. Now, in terms of your body's energy reserves, if you eat more carbs than your body can store, as we've learned already, the remaining carbs or energy are converted and stored as fat for later use. Now, it's better to eat foods with complex carbs than food with simple carbs. Simple carbs are used quicker by your body and they give you a short term energy boost. Complex carbs are used for long term use and they give you long term energy boosts. Now, when choosing foods with complex carbs, make sure that you choose foods made from whole grains that contain more fiber. So anything ranging from your whole grain bread to your whole grain crackers. Sometimes when we have oatmeal, okay, those are going to be your whole grains. But of course, we're talking about natural oatmeal, not necessarily the processed oatmeal that the food companies make. Now let's talk about fats. Fats, as well as carbs, supply your body with energy. Now they help form cells, they help maintain body temperature, and they help protect your nerves. Now fat has twice the amount of calories as carbohydrates. Now even though the documentary did talk about fats as bad or as a contributing factor to obesity, there are certain types of fats that can actually be beneficial with, of course, moderation or using it in moderation. There are two kinds of fats, unsaturated and saturated fats. Now let's talk about unsaturated fats. These are usually in liquid form at room temperature. They are found in vegetable oils, nuts, and seeds. So these are just examples of some of the foods that have unsaturated fat. Now, saturated fats are usually solid at room temperature. Most of the time, they're derived from animal fats, okay, or lard, and dairy products contain the most saturated fats from all foods. Now, too much saturated fats in your diet can cause heart diseases or other heart-related illnesses. Here are an example of a few food items that are high in saturated fats. You have your cheese, your eggs, your red meats, even your chickens as well. Now for your second quick right, what are the two main types of fats? Go ahead and pause this video to answer and then continue on. Next, we're going to talk about proteins. Now, proteins can serve as a very important source of energy. The most important function of protein, however, is the growth and the repair of your tissue muscles. Proteins are made up of amino acids that are linked together. And all of these primarily are going to make sure that your muscles are working properly so that you can pretty much just move. I mean, we use our muscles to move every single part of our body. So proteins help in making sure that those muscles stay repair and they aren't damaged over time as we age. Now, foods that are very high in protein, meats, eggs, poultry, milk, nuts, lentils. Now, there is a lot of debate in terms of which foods have higher amounts of protein. And to be honest, nowadays you can get the same amount of protein from meats as you can from nuts and lentils. Now, to end this lecture on carbs, fats, and proteins, okay, I would need to know your opinion. Which nutrient that we just went over do you believe is the best one for your body given your current lifestyle? Go ahead and pause this video to answer the question, and then just make sure that you click turn in on your notes document. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Have a wonderful day.